Ketogenic versus Atkins diet. Which is best for fat loss? How the Atkins diet operates, an overview. The Atkins diet, introduced in 1972 by cardiologist Robert Atkins, has maintained popularity intermittently over the years. The original version, now known as Atkins 20, comprises 4 phases, with the initial phase being the most restrictive. Atkins permits unrestricted consumption of protein and fat, while strictly limiting carbs to a range of 20 to 25 grams of net carbs, total carbs minus fiber, during the introductory phase. These carbs are sourced from nuts, seeds, vegetables, and cheese. Your body swiftly reacts to this reduced carb intake. According to Armstrong, if you stick to the 20 to 25 grams per day carb restriction without excessive protein intake, you'll likely enter ketosis in the first phase. However, exceeding the protein limit can hinder ketosis. This phase continues until you are approximately 15 pounds away from your target weight. Phase 2 doubles the daily carb allowance from 25 to 50 grams, introducing foods like blueberries, cottage cheese, and yogurt. You remain in this phase until you are about 10 pounds away from your goal. In the third phase, you incrementally increase net carbs to a range of 50 to 80 grams, aiming to strike a balance and identify the threshold before weight loss stalls. Michelle Jalen, RD, a blogger at nutritionartist.com based in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, emphasizes a gradual and realistic approach during this phase, involving trial and error to determine the optimal carb intake without causing weight gain. Once you establish and maintain this balance for 1 month, you progress to Phase 4, lifetime maintenance. This stage emphasizes the continuation of habits developed in Phase 3. Carbs are allowed, up to 100 grams per day, as long as the weight remains stable. How the ketogenic diet operates, an overview. In contrast to the phased strategy of the Atkins diet, the ketogenic, or keto, diet advocates a consistent eating approach throughout its duration. Carbohydrates are restricted to around 5% of your daily intake. For instance, in a 2,000-calorie daily diet, only 100 calories should come from carbs, equivalent to about 25 grams of carbs per day, roughly the amount found in 3/4 cup of cooked white rice, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. 75% of the remaining calories come from fat, with the remaining 20% from protein. Following this eating pattern for a few days induces ketosis, a state that can be monitored using keto urine strips if desired. This method of glucose fasting originated in the 1920s as a means to treat epilepsy in children, notes Armstrong. There's increasing evidence suggesting the keto diet may also benefit adults with epilepsy. A meta-analysis revealed that approximately 53% of patients with intractable epilepsy resistant to medication experienced a more than 50% reduction in seizure frequency by adhering to the keto diet. If you have epilepsy, it's crucial to consult with your doctor before modifying your diet. While the keto diet gained popularity for its connection to weight loss, it was initially embraced for its efficacy in treating epilepsy. Individuals without a history of seizures started experimenting with keto, and research indicates that, at least initially, it can be effective for weight loss. A study in diabetes and metabolic syndrome, clinical research and reviews reported significant changes in weight, body fat percentage, and BMI after 10 weeks of following the keto diet. Sustaining this weight loss, however, proves challenging. Past research indicates that although the keto diet leads to more weight loss compared to a low-fat diet, the peak occurs around the 5-month mark, and it is not sustained thereafter. Moreover, the ketogenic diet is associated with certain notable side effects. Headache, fatigue, and nausea are commonly reported side effects of ketosis due to the loss of water weight within the first few days to a week, mentions Armstrong. Collectively, these symptoms are often referred to as the keto flu. Similar to other restrictive diets, keto can result in deficiencies in essential vitamins and minerals. A review published in July 2021 in Frontiers in Nutrition revealed that even when adherents consumed nutrient-dense foods, they were still at risk of falling short on fiber, vitamin K, linolenic acid, and water-soluble vitamins unless they took supplements. The same review also identified a link between prolonged adherence to keto and an increased risk of heart disease. This may be attributed to the diet's emphasis on fats, including saturated fats, historically linked to an elevated risk of cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, research indicates an association between keto and an increased risk of kidney stones, according to a systematic review and meta-analysis published in June 2021 in Diseases. Distinguishing between the keto and Atkins diets. One significant contrast between the keto diet and Atkins lies in the allowable protein intake. Atkins imposes no limit, while keto restricts protein to approximately 20% of your daily caloric intake. Another major disparity is that the keto diet emphasizes the body remaining in ketosis throughout the entire duration, whereas ketosis is only pivotal during the initial phases, possibly 1 or 2, of Atkins. This is not guaranteed and depends on the protein intake. In Atkins, carbs are gradually reintroduced, whereas in keto, carb intake is consistently restricted. This implies that Atkins might be more sustainable in the long run due to its less restrictive nature, eliminating the need to ensure continuous ketosis. Furthermore, on Atkins, you have the option to reintroduce nutritious foods like quinoa, oatmeal, and fruit, according to the Atkins website. Determining the safer low-carb diet, as advised by dietitians. Jalen states that neither of these diets is recommended for individuals with diabetes, heart disease, or kidney disease. However, for those without these chronic conditions, both diets can be considered safe if followed for a limited period. Previous research indicates that low-carb diets might be more effective than low-fat diets in reducing triglyceride and A1C levels and increasing good HDL cholesterol. The long-term safety of low-carb diets remains uncertain. Jalen suspects this uncertainty is due to high dropout rates in studies involving low-carb diets. Research has shown dropout rates for ketogenic diets to be as high as 84%. Ultimately, the Atkins diet may be more feasible for long-term adherence as it allows for a gradual reintroduction of carbohydrates and has been associated with fewer side effects compared to the more restrictive and less nutritionally balanced keto diet, which was not initially designed as a weight loss program. Don't hesitate to leave a comment and share your ideas with us. Thank you, guys, for watching.